Hey guys, up here. Today we'll be playing some more Penny Dreadful. It's been a long time since I played. Um, but yeah, so what I do normally in this format when I don't know exactly what's happening, I just play Sport Cycling and see what decks are being played and try to adjust from there. Um, yeah, so I haven't been following either the format or anything, so this is going to be a bit scuffed, but I think it's going to be fun. So if you don't know what this deck does, use cycle cards, you get profits. So for example, we have the payouts are Flourishing Fox, which is a 1 mana 1 that grows when you cycle cards. We have Bayern Rescuer, which makes a 1/1 each turn if you cycle. Stinger pings your opponent. Lightning Rift, you can basically have free shocks, transforms each cycling card you have into a shock that cantrips, basically. Pyromancer makes every time you draw 2 cards in a turn into a bolt, so that's really good board control and also a great win condition. We don't want to overload on this because these don't cycle, neither the Lightning Rift nor the Pyromancer. And you have to have like kind of a split. I don't think you can play 8 of them, so I opted for 4 of these Lightning Rift, which seems more difficult to interact, and 2 Pyromancers, which are great in some matchups and not that great in others. But we still complete the playset in the sideboard, so that's cool. Then we have Zenith Flare, which is an instant for 4 damage, deals damage equals to the number of cards we cycle in your graveyard. We have a lot of cyclers. We have also a playset of each of the cycle lands. And there are a couple of ways to build the mana base here. I opted to go for Snowlands and Astrolabe, basically because I really like Astrolabe and I like to cast my spells. And this makes it so a Spark Spray and a Chroma's Blessing, which cycle for a color mana, and the cycle lands are easier to cycle. In this deck, since you have like very few lands that you don't want to cycle, right? You have only 12 lands that don't cycle. That means that having color mana is sometimes an issue, even though it's a 2 color deck that has a lot of colorless uses for its mana. So you need the fixing. You could either use Astrolabe or you could use like lands like Clifftop Retreat or the Painland. I don't remember the name. But yeah, I opted for that. So we're going to test this, see how it goes. Normally this deck is like really good, but also not fast enough to raise like a really fast, combo deck. So the upside of this deck regarding others in that respect, that it has a strong sideboard plan, and we have a lot of cyclers, so we are able to find our spells easier than other decks. So in the sideboard we have 3 Orim's Chant. This is like a silence that can also be a fog if you need to. Very flexible, but very useful against the decks that are combo decks. For example, your opponent casts Channel, you respond with an Orim's Chant, and they basically can't do anything. Pyromancer for the creature matchups. This card is awesome. Skaklam Berserker. Skaklam Berserker. This is awesome against either control, pinging them every time they cast a non-creature spell. Even if they remove this card, it's going to be a pain. Though it needs to connect first. Luckily, it has haste, so you want to bring this in against creature light decks that cast a lot of non-creature spells. And even though it's a 3 mana, it is a nice threat. It can be also good like a random card to put in your deck sometimes. Shred Sails, this card is really flexible too. Can destroy artifacts, can kill flyers, and in all cycles, really good card, even though it doesn't look like it. You bring it in if it has some targets, basically. Rip Apart is like a catch-all. It's a sorcery, which is bad, but it can destroy almost anything. Small creatures, it can hit planeswalkers, it can kill artifacts or enchantments, so really strong. Again, one of those cards that is really good to have in your sideboard. And Runestone for... I have no clue. I was watching what other decks were playing and I saw this card being played. It looks good against some strategies, but I have no clue I think we are going to see what our opponents are doing and try to figure out from there if we want to have this or not. So that's basically it. So I didn't mention the rest of the cards in the deck, like Spark Spray is a pinger that can cycle. This is a 2/2 that gains life or can cycle. Um, Go for Blood is a fight spell or can cycle. And Chroma's Blessing is a way of protecting our creatures, and it also cycles. So I don't see a lot of people playing Chroma's Blessing. This card is awesome. The way that it works is that you normally just cycle it early, but if you top deck it later, it's going to be awesome, right? It's going to be able to give either evasion to your creatures to hit through your opponent's creatures, or it can be like a protection spells against wraths. So it has a lot of sorry, against wrath, no, but against like damage based removal and all that, or any kind of point and single target removal. This is going to be awesome. But yeah, it has a lot of utilities, and it also just like very free to put in your deck. And this is one of the reasons why I want to put Astrolabe in my deck. Makes it so casting these spells is way easier. And yeah, I know that Astrolabe doesn't technically cycle and all that, and is using your mana for something that doesn't cycle, but it's going to be just good. Just believe me. Okay, without further ado, let's start a league and see how we go. Alright, match number 1 against Sephion. Let's say good luck, fun. So this hand is kind of wonky, but we have 4 cycles. I don't have any payoffs though, so this might be a mulligan. With this deck, you normally want to have at least one payoff in your hand. Because otherwise you start just cycling for no value, and that's not ideal. Does this hand put enough pressure? I don't think so. I think this is a mulligan. We are kind of flooded too. 3 lands is a lot for this deck too, so it's mulligan. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. We are going to keep and send a Spark Spray to the bottom, I would say. Check if I'm recording. Yeah, cool. Oh, wow. This is going to be fun. So Chancellor of the Forge puts a couple of 1/1s. I think I played against a deck like this before. I have no clue what they are doing here. Why they want the free things. Maybe like Hypergenesis is legal, I have no clue. That could make sense. Okay. Can I cast my creature? There we go. Sorry, my computer is kind of struggling. Let's be close. Okay. So yeah. So for a while I haven't been playing a lot of Magic. I started playing a bit ago, not that much long ago. I kind of took a break. That's why I wasn't, making videos. At the same time, I tried to make some videos, and they were like, cursed. It was not working for me. So I had to do this. So let's start settling this. See if we can. My God, this is so sluggish. There we go. Alright, seclude step. I think I'll cycle that. I want to find red, and another white source doesn't do much. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry if this is going to go a bit slower than normal, but okay, that's good. That's red mana. We can use it to kill one of their creatures if they give it block or something. And also, if we can cast our Lightning Rift, that can be good too. Okay, they play the land. I have no clue what they are doing. This is Timur, what? Chancellors? These are like 7 drops. 5/5s, and when it enters, creates a lot of goblins. Okay. I have no clue. Maybe tokens? Some form of token strategy? They seem to be attacking, so they are willing to, to do that. Okay. So I don't know if I want to cycle, if I want to kill one of these tokens just yet. I think I'll keep the Dragon's Healer in hand for now and just cycle the Go for Blood. Keep the Spray too. Go for Blood seems a bit worse than Spray, at least for now. I want to find another land so we can continue deploying things. Okay, that's fine. Let's play that. I assume they have some form of interaction with the fox, otherwise they would be blocking. The fox is very scary, right? It's a 1-drop that's now a 4/4 and will continue growing. I have honestly no clue what they are doing, so I might be misplaying a lot. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, they cast for 3 mana agent. Oh god. Hypergenesis. It's probably Hypergenesis. Glimpse of Tomorrow. Okay. That's so cool. You know Charlotte was legal. Okay, so they play a lot of token makers. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we probably lost here. This is way too much for us. Yeah, I don't think we can win here. I'll just concede and go to the next one. Okay, so Hypergenesis. Glimpse of Tomorrow puts them from the library, so we can. Sorry, Hypergenesis. Glimpse of Tomorrow puts them from the library. I just conceded, right? Okay. So we want to have Weather Runestone. I think that stops that. Correct. Oh, also I'm testing a new audio system. These headphones have actually a small microphone that I believe is better than the computer one. So I'm testing that, seeing how it works. Have no clue if it's good, if it's bad. So okay, so for sure with the runestones and Orim's chant, I think that works, right? Because Cascade casts the spell, so if they cast a Cascade spell, we can just Orim's chant it. Orim's chant it. And what else? Shred Sails doesn't seem useful. Yeah, do Rip Apart. The Pyromancer also looks a bit slower. Probably going to cut the ones I have. And for the rest, I don't know. I think this is fine. Spark Spray looks fine. Probably got like a couple of healers or either a Chroma's Blessing. Seems kind of bad. Something like this. I think we would just try to stop them from casting their limbs. I think that's the idea. Yeah, that was on the play and they have like a lot of hits. So that was a really strong hand from them. And also we were a bit slow. We had like one payoff there, but we needed to find like lands and we kind of fizzled a bit. Otherwise we would have been able to like maybe start deploying things with the Lightning Rift or something like that. Let's see. Okay, well, Runestone is going to be nice here, for sure. And they have a Cycler in the Spark Spray. I'm going to keep and see if they show tokens. I'm going to kill them, I think. Well, I'll see. Maybe no. Oh no, let's check again at the end of turn. I can wait before using the Spark Spray. They want to make a lot of tokens, but at the same time they can't play CMC 2 or less. Okay, let's cycle this now. Okay, Fox is fine. Do I need to deploy the Runestone now or not? I think I do. Next turn I can do Valiant Rescuer, cycle the Fox, make a nice board. It seems like a good idea. Just deploy this now so we don't need to wait next turn. Oh, it seems that the Weather Runestone has Second Sunrise. Okay, well, apparently the Weather Runestone has some issues with Second Sunrise, but that's not a big issue. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this stops this deck, I believe so. Okay, so let's just play the Rescuer and cycle a Fox end of turn. I'm going to do that so because we need to find like more lands so we can deploy the Rescuer and etc. I think I'll try to go wide here since they can't really do the glimpse, I think. Um, Foundation Breaker, that's so annoying. Okay. Okay, the opponent's deck is really nice. Okay. Well, now for sure I'm going to start cycling, try to find another hate card. You also have Orim's Chant, which works too. Let me close Discord. I didn't know I had it open. Okay. Okay, another cycler is nice. Okay, so I think the number one priority is to find um, a hate card. So I'll start with the healer. Probably cycling with red since we have only white cards in our deck, in our hand. Okay. Come on. Orange Chant. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Can play this now. Attack. We can even cycle the Fox to make another 1/1. I think we want to go wide because they are a token deck, so I don't see a lot of value in Fox right now. Tendo Ice Bridge, that's nice. 4 mana, Beetleback Chief, sure. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll just cycle the Fox here. And I'll hold red mana since we have Spark Spray that we might need to cycle or even cast if we want to. Okay. So I can deploy the Rescuer and hold Orange Chant. That's nice. Secluded Step. Sadly, I can't play the Rescuer, Orange Chant, and cycle the Secluded Step. So I need to decide. I think I'll just play this now. Let's start by attacking with the tokens, I believe. Since we can... Oh, wait, we can't recycle. But we are winning the race since we have some flair for sure, so let's just attack with the tokens. If they eat a token and, you know, if I trade a token for 2 damage or to trade for those tokens, it's going to be nice. But we'll see. Okay, yeah, sure. That's nice. Alright. Okay, so now we play the land. Cast this dude. And we have secluded step to cycle end of turn if we don't need to use the Orange Chant. Another land from our opponent. Let's see if they go for it. No. 5 mana. Okay, Sharded Sage and holding mana. Okay. This is exile card from top river, exile on card, you may cast it. Okay, sure. So let's just cast Orange Chance. You. So with this, they shouldn't be able to cascade. It's just a 2/2, I believe. Okay. Let's see if that works. yeah, they can put that spell on the stack. We see Wave Sifter, okay. Throws of Chaos. I don't know why they hold mana, that didn't make a lot of sense. And here we will see if they want to attack or not. I don't think they want to. Okay. Now we need to find another orange chant or with a runestone. Let's start with cycling this spell. I want to cycle aggressively because we have Synth Flare. Okay, that's nice. Sure, so we can attack, but that doesn't really do anything, so we just pass. Okay. Why they didn't cast it? I have no clue. Okay. I will hold the orange chant in hand. I could use it aggressively to just time walk them, which is also really good use of this. But yeah. Can I cast it, please? Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, this is going so slow. I'll try to do something between rounds. Yeah. So yeah, these results, you get your cascade. Okay, so you also have throws of chaos. That's annoying because that basically means that I need to have like one orange chant per each land they have, and that's not something I can accomplish. So okay, let's just cycle this. We need to find a way of killing them soon. So now the thing is, if we find a cycling spell, do we use it or not? I think we don't. We cycle 2 now, then 1 next turn. That's 3 more. That's not lethal, or is it? If I attack with all, they have 6 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 2 damage goes through. No, I think I just hold it to trigger the Valiant Rescuers on my turn. It's a bit slower, but okay. Okay, so we have an idea of what we want to do now. Okay, Lightning Rift, I'm not going to even care about casting, I'm just going to pass. We don't have lethal because they can just block, everything. If we attack with the Valiant Rescuers, they are going to sniff that we have Zenith Flare, so there's no need to do that. Also, we can start looking at their deck and see what they have, right? Foundation Breaker is going to be annoying. Mirror Bathysphere is nice for them. Lands. Deep Forest Hermit. Wave Sifter, okay. So yeah, they're just like spinning their wheels, making permanents, but their deck doesn't win on the spot. It needs another turn to do something. So yeah, I think they just die now. We do double flare, and that's fine. Target your face. And I don't think they have any good cyber cards against us. Maybe the Throws of Chaos are awesome for them, since that for sure cascades into Glimpse, and that trumps the Orange Chant plan. Okay, let's just do this. Oh my this goes so slow. Okay. Let's go to the third match. So we've seen that what they want to do. You also can hardcast the Beetleback Chiefs and all that, but I think that's fine. We have the Lightning Rifts to try to battle that. Maybe it's better to not have the Lightning Rift. I don't think that's a great payoff. We'll see, because the thing is, uh, yeah, let's see. They have a lot of creatures, so Sclavclan Berserker doesn't do much. They don't have flyers, so Shred Sails doesn't do much. I think I just prefer to have more cyclers, instead of the Lightning Rifts. 2 for 2, something like this. Akroma's Blessing isn't that great because they have a lot of different colors of tokens. So it's difficult for me to make it, make it awesome. So more cyclers mean that we are going to be able to find our hate pieces and Zenith Flares earlier. Zenith Flare is a great way of finishing the game against them, since they have ways of modeling the ground. Maybe I want the Ironclad Pyromancers rather than the Lightning Rifts, since I want to be using my mana more aggressively here. The thing with Lightning Rift that that 1 mana that you have to pay for each cycling card makes it a bit annoying sometimes, because you don't know if you want to be cycling aggressively, and sometimes you want and you cycle aggressively and you don't pay for it, and then you draw land and feel bad. Ironclad Pyromancer doesn't have that thing, but they don't seem to be interacting at all with Pyromancer, and they can interact with the Lightning Rift, so I prefer to have the Pyromancers. So yeah, let's go to the third final game. Alright, I had to go close my window, so that's why I stand up. Okay, so here this hand is similar to the previous one, the first game. This is not good enough in my opinion. Okay, so here this hand is also really bad. I think I'm going to mulligan. I want to have some cyborg plan against them. Okay, this hand at least is function. I'm going to keep 2 cards in the bottom, probably the Astrolabe and the Healer. And we can start with Fox into Fox, tap land into cycle. I think that if they do their thing, we are very, very in a bad spot. But if they can't do their thing, then we are in a great spot. A card that I don't know if it's legal is Street Wraith. I might need to look into that. Just having a free cycling can be annoying for your opponent to read you, right? Okay. I want to have an untapped land here so I can put more pressure. Okay, they play a land. Okay. So I think I'm going to put 2 foxes here. Okay. So we're in a rough spot here if they have the Shardless Agent. I prefer to have it. That's annoying because they only have 4 of those. But we'll see if this wins them the game. Okay, this is beatable. It's not good for us, but I think it's beatable. We need to find an answer to... Well, we can block the tokens, I think. Okay, so I think we start by cycling this and then playing the tablan probably. Okay, or we have that. Yeah, I think we just pass here. So their deck is strong, but it's hateable, and also they only have 4 3 mana cascade. So you know, I think it's a good deck, of course, and they play like not bad cards. Okay, just attack for 3. Yeah, the foxes are doing heavy lifting here, making sure that we don't die. Um, they don't have blue right now. Okay, I don't. They don't seem to have it either. So I think I cycle the rescuer. The rescuer is fine against the tokens, but we already have the foxes, and we have 3 foxes too. So and the land might be very useful if we find a Zenith Flare. You normally want to stay at 4 5 lands. Okay, so that's interesting. I can kill the Hermit. You can also use the Go for Blood for that reason, right? Like play Tabland, Go for Blood. The thing is, if we do that, we don't have access to the Pyromancer. Do I need to kill the Hermit? I don't think so. Maybe they have another one, in which case this would be 3/3s. If they attack with that, that's a lot. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going to play this and hold to my land and go for blood. I want to have a cycler and go for blood is also a targeted removal spell, so we can maybe double spell in quotes. They can start playing their 4 drops and 2, so that can be annoying. Throws of Chaos, okay, that might be it for us. We'll see. Again, this depends on how good this hit is. Okay. Foundation Breaker doesn't do much. Dark Dwellers flashes back the Glimpse of Tomorrow. So that's a great hit. That's probably it for us. Yeah. I just passed it down. F6. So yeah, so these payoffs are great for them, right? They have a lot of things, but what they don't have is something that kills us right away. They need like a Chancellor, I believe, to do that. Chancellor. So yeah, the Chancellor is makes a lot of tokens with haste, so that probably kills us. I have no clue how many these are. Oh yeah, they have this, right? So this is one for each creature they control. So yeah, I think that's GG's. Also, they trigger off each other. I'm going to let my opponent do their thing, uh, just for your amusement. Okay, so yeah, you'll see they make like tokens, tokens, tokens. None of this matters. What matters is that they have like 20, 25 creatures, and now when they make like 40 or 60 1/1s with haste, and that kills us. Yeah, you see? Just say GG's, and I think I'm going to concede, that's fine. Yeah. Normally I try to wait and see if they want to finish the game or not. They seem to be like, it's done, so let's just concede. Okay, let's go to the second match. Alright, match number 2 against Snarudar. We're on the play here. Okay, so this hand is fine. Yeah, this is fine. We have the Lightning Rift. If we didn't have this was a mulligan, but this is fine. Just keep. Also, you're on the play, so it was rough the last game, the last match. I think we could have won that game. They had like really strong hands, game 1 and 3, and we didn't find their hate on game 3. I wasn't going to go to 4, If we go to 4, then it's going to be really, really rough for us. So I think I did the correct thing, and where our hand was also very functional too. So okay, let's just start with the Astro and just try to find more payoffs. I can play a Lightning Rift turn 2. and start shooting things down. What's this? A gate. Okay, so maybe they are gates. Otherwise, there is no real reason to play gates, I don't believe so. Okay. Maybe it was correct to play the Stinger there if they are a slower deck than having a, yeah, they are a gates deck. Um, with that in mind, I think I'm going to just play the Stinger now. I think I missequenced that. I missed 2 damage at least. Um, yeah, that was incorrect because seeing a gate is very, it has a high chance of being, gates deck. So whip flare. Okay, so do I want to cycle here? I think I do. Okay, so Lane Riff is a bit annoying because it asks you every time, but that's fine. Okay, so we cycle here, we find more land, that's fine. Okay, so just cycle this. Yeah, with this, I guess. Shoot their face. Spark spray, yeah. We hold it just in case. I don't think they play much creatures. They just play like Whip Flare as a Pyroclasm. They play like control deck with gates as the finisher. They have also some amount of payoffs for gates. Like there is an angel that gains a lot of life. There is a creature that gets +1/+1 for each gate or something, and there is a card that when you play a gate, you draw a card. Okay, so this is kind of annoying actually, but we are starting to have a lot of pressure here. If we find a bit more cyclers, we can start start trying to find a way of killing them, like end of turn flare, my turn flare. They might have like stack interaction. We'll see. They seem to be heavy red so far, so they might be just like rats and some bales. Okay, that's nice. Let's start with that. Is face is the place, and normally we want to use our red first. I think that we have the most amount of white color cost. Okay, so now each of our synth flares is 5 damage, so we are very close to having lethal. Just activating Mace's End, it's fine. Okay, so they find white. I wonder why they want white. Oh, there's also like an 8/8 that you can play. I think that is like an 8/8 for 8 that costs 1 less for each gate, so they could have played it last turn, maybe not, so maybe now they can play it. That could be annoying because that kills us very fast, so now we can't really kill it. And if I don't find a cycler, I'll start just sending flare in their face. Guborg for bring to light. Oh wow, what's this about? That's cool. I haven't thought of that. Yeah, they have like Guborg very easily too, so playing Bring to Light makes a lot of sense. They just find the ram. Okay. I mean, that's annoying, but that doesn't really interact with what we are doing here. Okay, so we can cycle and double flare. Do I wait for that? I think I do, just in case they do like play the angel. If they play the angel, they gain like a lot of life. So maybe if they do that, I want to hold my zenith flares for their creatures. They play the Mace's End. Yeah. So they need 10 or more. They have 5, so they are a bit ways away. Um, yeah. Okay. That's a weird inclusion. I'm pretty sure there is a card that just searches for gates. Explore. Okay. Plaza. Okay. They're trying to go for win next turn, I think, or 2-turn clock. I don't think they can 2-turn clock us. Maybe they have another. Oh no, they can activate Mace's End plus play another gate, and they have lethal there, so that makes sense. So I'll shoot once. No, wait. I just don't shoot. Since I have the flares, let's do this. This feels so mean when you do this because they are like playing a game and then just have lethal and you can't do anything but, wait. Okay, so gates. King's gates. This doesn't stop Mace's End. Orange Chant doesn't stop Mace's End. Sales doesn't do much. Crack Paramancer doesn't do much. Sclapgram Berserker doesn't do much. Have no clue what should I do. Because they are going to bring something, right? Let's see. Can cast spell from graveyard libraries. How does bring to light work? Let me search quickly my phone. Okay, be right back. Okay, so bring to light actually exiles the card before casting it, so this doesn't even stop that. So for sure we're not bringing that. I think the only options are like bringing Pyromancers or Sclapclan Berserkers, but there is not much I want to remove. Maybe like Spark Space, really, really bad. So like, I could bring this in. I think I'm going to bring this in. Remove a couple of Spark Space. Chroma's Blessing seems nice against Whipflare, and the rest is like more or less fine. Go for Bloodless is also not really good, but at least we can cycle it. The rest I don't think it's good enough. Orange Chant does stop the Bring to Light, so I'm going to bring a couple. Maybe something like this. Okay, so there we go. Orange Chant doesn't stop the Mace's End, doing things, but we can also use it as a time walk sometimes. Okay, this fine is fine. This hand is fine. We have a couple of Flourishing Foxes and a couple of Cycling Lands, so this is actually really good, even though it looks like a bit wonky. We can do like Fox, then Fox Cycle, then Cycle, and that should be a lot of pressure. We might not do it in that order because if they have Whiffler, then we are toast. So the first game they used the Whiffler kind of aggressively. So maybe they do here too, though they probably do Whiffler turn 3, not turn 2. If they have opened the gates, then we don't want to do anything here. Okay, so if I just, instead of doing that, just cycle, that removes this from, this makes it a 3-3, so that should be enough to be higher than Whiffler. So I think I do that. I don't want to cycle the lands just yet, and the healers are really bad. So yeah, like 2/2s here. Okay, I'll cycle one of these now. Okay. And this is huge because now our creature is going to be bigger than Whippler. So that doesn't really do it, if that was their idea. Silver's crying. Okay, they're probably going to go fetch the mazes, and I would guess, yeah. That's a way of doing something with their mana. Okay. I think I play the fox now. What does the fox say? Okay, so now our creatures are really big. Even our second fox is higher than Whittler. We have go for blood if they have a creature to block. Like a ram, I think we are bigger than the ram. Okay. Oh wait, why is it so big? Oh, it starts as a 3/3 or something, a 2/2, okay. Yeah. Right, so here we cycle, then fight. And that should do it, right? That's 7 plus 5, that's 12 actually. Wow, this hand was was something else. Yeah, this is lethal. Awesome. Yeah, their deck is a bit slow, so we kind of took advantage of that. And you can see here why this deck is really good. It has this linear kind of game plan where you play a creature and you just pump it and you have a turn 4 12 power on play without going like down on cards, and that's awesome. But also what you can see here is that their deck is doing their thing. It's just like it's slower than this game plan. And they also, if they play like I don't know, like a remove spell, a murder for this fox, we also have other game plans. So it's really difficult to interact with. So let's go to the next match. All right, match number 3. It's Crazy Bela. I believe he used to play a lot of this deck too, so maybe we see the same thing. This hand is close. I don't know. I think I'll give it on the draw. Check if I'm recording. Cool. Okay. So this start with a mountain. So the thing about this deck is that people don't play Penny Dreadful X for winning. They play Penny Dreadful X because they find it fun to brew decks and all that. So this is a deck that you normally don't encounter a lot in leagues. But I want to play it a bit just to see how it goes. What's this? Okay. Maybe this is the Recurrent Nightmare deck. That seems really fun, if I'm being honest. They find a Witness and an Else, okay. And they put like Wastes, okay. Oof, nice. That's a reasonably good draw. Just cast this. Do I want to kill that? I probably just attack and see if they block. They don't block. Okay, I think I'm just going to kill that. It's a bit aggressive, but if they have like Recurring Nightmare, they can get back the Witness, and that can be annoying. Okay, Spring Druid is fine. A bit up front. Okay, so now I think I just cycle the Blessing. Okay. Okay, so if they have recurring nightmare, they can get the witness back, then get back like him to rack and use that. So I believe I want to continue cleaning the board. It's a bit rough, but I think it's a good idea. Just cleaning the board now. We are a bit behind on mana, but this deck, my deck, is a bit, it's fine working on not that much mana. Okay, that's super annoying. This is when it deals stealth damage when it has counters, remove counters from it. So we can use our maybe something as a fight spell or something. Okay. Like Spark Spray makes it into 5/5. Okay, so if I cycle, these are 4/4s. Yeah, I think I just cycle here. Let's see, if I attack, they block. They eat my fox. I can transform this to 5/5, but it's not good enough. This is 6 cards and 6 mana. We are not far from that. So what do I do now? I think I'm just going to cycle the Stinger. And if they use their turn 5 my things, that's fine. So I'm going to pass actually because I already did my land drop for the turn, so I don't need to dig now. And I can hold the cycling for when they do the fight. Him to Turak. I think I cycle in response. Just like cycle this. Okay, let's see. Okay, we kept the Saint Flare, which is fine. Let's see if we can find something to do here. I'm not sure what's our game plan here. We're in a rough spot. If I attack, they can just block and get this back as a 12/12. Which is so difficult for us to beat. Okay, land is fine. Yeah, so I think I don't attack here. Just let them do their thing. This is a difficult deck to play around. I tried to play around Recurring Nightmare, but they had this other thing that was difficult for me to interact with. Okay, they just get the witness back. They get him. That's fine. Okay, just cycle here. Okay, we can actually probably just do this now. Okay, so our game plan here is just to pass, use my fox to block while I try to top deck another flare. Like they probably do here him to Turak and then I respond with same flare. I want to do that, so I'm forcing them to use the Turak. Okay. Okay, so now we have a couple of outs and they can't really attack because we can just attack them back and kill them. Okay. What does this mean? like a wrath or something. I think I'm just going to block here. I have no clue what this is about. We'll see. I'm just sniffing that they don't have anything and they just are going to play like a blocker. I don't think they have like a, this fear or something like that. They couldn't play that. Yeah. If this is the only thing they have, then the last spray is going to be lethal. So probably they have another one. No, they don't. Okay. Rescuer. Okay. So I think I cycle the rescuer. So trying to find lethal here. Okay, we have another one. Again, if we find the spray, this is lethal. Okay, that's fine. We are forcing the jump. Okay. Oh, the other thing that they could have is the Void Beckoner or whatever it's called. They don't seem to have it. That's a card that cycles and puts a death touch counter on one of your creatures. Okay, they put that on the graveyard. That's what they wanted to do, really, is to force them to use their mana on that to get it back, Rats, sure. Okay. Why didn't they play that before? Oh, they don't have enough mana, okay. Okay, Polychronos is annoying. Oh, this is something else. This is 6 mana, right? To get it back. Oh, okay. I just miscounted. Okay. Sure. So a 12/12, that's going to kill our Fox. Norland, I think I hold it. Again, if they want to kill our Fox, it's annoying, but it's fine. We have a couple of outs still. We have 3 more Synth Flares. Okay, so I could block, force them to use... so yeah, I think I just block here, use the counters. Yeah, they save up on mana, but that's fine. They already have a lot of mana. Okay. What's this? 6-man spell? Or more? Oh, Primus, okay. That's alright. It's not that backbreaking against us. Stinger. So should I play the Stinger or cycle it? Probably it's just cycle, try to find my Synth Flare. Also, they can't really mana screw me with the Primus because I have Astrolabes. So it's just a mana quantity thing. They are doing 11 now, so that's a 3-turn clock. Let's see what they have. Nightmare. Okay, so they can start doing loops. Okay. So yeah, this is a problem, a really big problem, because they can do this 2 more times. So we are actually off Zenith Flare, I believe. That could be lethal for us. Oh wait, they can only get it... Right, they can get it once more again. So if we have 1 more draw step, I think. We have a land in hand, so... Okay. Is the flare here? No. Okay. So I think this is lethal, right? Maybe we find need to find like exactly Stinger and play it. Okay. So now the problem is I can play a land, but they can blow my lands like 4 times each turn, and that's, you know, it's not going to be enough for me. That was rough. I think we had like a great game plan, but didn't pan out. Okay, so Shell Seals does something. No, artifacts only. Rip Apart does kill small creatures. Doesn't work against the Recurrent Nightmare because you can't target it with this unless they play it and wait for a turn, which is not ideal. They have a lot of creatures, so probably Pyromancer is fine. Spark Spray is nice. Go for Blood can be useful too. So now the decision here is how we want to play this deck against this deck. They seem to be like a ramp into big stuff or use recurring LR. So that's kind of difficult to interact with because it's two different things. Weather Runestone seems really good against them. It stops both recurring aimer and the Polukranos and other things they can have with flashback and all that. And I think I prefer the Pyromancer instead of the Lightning Rift. Like 2 and 4 instead of 4 and 2. And maybe cut some amount of cyclers. Like the healers are probably the worst here, since we can use the Go for Blood to kill their small creatures, which can be useful, or the Spike Spray too. So I think we tried to play around the Recurring Nightmare and we got by the fair plan of them, but we also had a lot of outs too. So it wasn't so bad, you know. I think with this hand we play the step. Turn 2 we play the Stinger. And then we see if we have the Pyromancer out. We can start cycling for value. I think I can wait on that. Like one more turn. The upside of waiting is that if they play like they need to set up for example, Recurring Nightmare. So if they play something here to go for that, then we can use the stone. Right now they can't use, even if they have the another land for the Recurring Nightmare, they can really use him. They can really use it. So I think I'm going to go for Pyromancer. This can die too to another Shrikmo. Since they use it so aggressively, maybe they have more, but I can't really be around that. Okay. I didn't thought of that. So maybe I should have. Okay, here we obviously just play the second one, start cycling. Do they have recurring here? No, Lost Legacy. Okay. Non-artifact, non-land cards. So yeah, they remove the Zenith Flares. But we have the Pyromancers as additional win conditions. And we also have other ways of winning the game too. Okay, now we can play this. Nice, that means we have another bolt. couple of pulls. I think I wait on pulling the trigger here in case they go for their nightmare. They don't. So now the question is, should I go for the face or for their creatures? I think I probably go for the face. This is 6 damage. The thing is, I don't want to use like my whole turn just killing these dorks. We'll see, we have another couple of draws here. Okay, so I think we play the Runestone now. Or we can play the Pyromancer and win the game. Yeah, okay. Sideboard. Okay, so Pyromancers looks nice, right? You kind of drew them in the appropriate time too. Yeah, I think this deck is this build is fine. I still like Lightning Rift, but I don't want to go so overboard on them, so I think this is fine. Okay, so this hand, I think I give it. It's okay. I could really mulligan with these two, but I think it's fine. You can play some stingers, put pressure that way. Okay. We have a couple of cyclers too, so we try to cycle next turn, trying to find lands. If we don't find one, naturally. What did they show? What? They put this in for us? For real? I guess they know what they are doing. They play a lot of this deck, so it may make sense. So here now we have the question if we want to cycle, try to find a land, or play the Runestone. So if they have Recording Nightmare, they can get another Society Warfinder. That's kind of okay. I don't care about that. They champ block. Huh. So they probably don't have Recording Nightmare. Otherwise, they can start, looping the Wayfinders. I think I just cycle the Fox. So if I find a land, at least I can play like another cycler on the Runestone. Okay. I think I just play the Runestone now. In case they have another discard spell. Okay, let's see what we get. We get us, the worst of them, but that's fine. Okay, so they are playing the control deck very, very efficiently. That's nice. Semi-flare. I think we need to cycle this now. We don't have white mana. Okay, that's rough. If we have the last hint to Turak, then we are without any cards in hand, but they don't seem to have it. Witness getting back Turak, probably. Okay. At least we find a land and we can play one of the flares. And we probably just point at their face. It's not ideal, but I don't want to put the Timeless Witness in their graveyard either, so. Oh, okay, so this doesn't stop Eternalize because this is an ability and this is can cast spells from graveyards, so doesn't work. I'll keep my card in hand if they want him to track me. That's a fine use of their, you know, it's going to be fine. I don't really care. They probably sniff that they only have a land here. Otherwise, I could have played it if I had anything else. I would have cycled if it was a cycler. So, but still, I think it's correct. If they want to spend their turn doing him to track again, it's whatever. Okay. Nightmare, that doesn't do anything. Just played out. Okay. Okay, so I find something to do here. Again, I don't want to kill the witness because they can get it back. This is not a spell. Okay, so this goes really bad if they have... Okay, they don't have the Primus at least. We can start killing things with our Rift. Oh wow, that's so bad. We had 3 rough draws here. They got us with 4 Kim Durax. And we are getting a lot of damage here, so probably in a couple of turns. They hit us for 8. So killing things doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we find another thing to cycle, we can make it into a 3rd-turn clock. Or 3rd-turn clock, rather. So far the runestones have been pretty good. What did they put? Wait. Oh, they put that in hand, right? Okay, so 4 damage. We kill this, we kill this. Yeah, not good enough. GG's. Let's go to the 3rd match. Oh, okay, match number 4 against Aaron Biggash. Okay, this guy is fine. We don't have turn 1 Fox, but we can do turn 2 Fox or Valiant Rescuer and then go Fox into Settler. Oh no, what's this about? Call Therapist. What's happening? This is... Okay. So they seem to be like mono discard, maybe? I hate those kind of decks because they are like really a slog to play. Is this the main phase? That's so weird. Okay. They probably take here the Fox, we play the Stinger, and they need to have a removal spell for it. Yeah, the thing with him to track is that it's a trap, you know. You see that card and you think, okay, yeah, mono black, this card is going to be good. But what happens sometimes is that there are not good enough payoffs, or you know, that doesn't protect you from the top of their deck. And well, we'll see how this develops. Maybe I just lose this game. This card is good against my deck too. Okay, so Yeah, I think I'm just playing the fox and cycling right away in case they have a careless act. And now they don't know anything about my hand, so they can't really use the therapist. Okay, we probably cycle this fox. But we'll see. If we find another draw cycler, we probably just play it. Yeah, I'm going to play it, I think. We can cycle it right away, but eventually. And I don't want to block with it because that's a trade I don't want to make, really. I want to make this therapist the least impactful card they have. No ritual. What? That's... What? They had two lands. They probably wanted to do it. I don't know. They probably know what they are doing. Oh, wow. That's weird. They might have like a removal spell, probably. Let's start with this. And just attack and see what they do. Don't block anything. Okay. Maybe they want to like block and this fear or something like that, so that's why I wanted to hold my cycler. Okay, not finding lands is kind of annoying because you want to have lands against them. There's the probably the destroy. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Okay, so they are empty-handed. They don't have any relevance in on board. That's a great top deck. We can kill it, but oh, we'll see. We'll see. I think I'll attack and see if they block. Oh, that's a nice one. And so so yeah, just play the land attack. If they block, we can just pump and use hit the go for blood. Spark Spray is also really good. So that leaves us with cycle this and use the Spark Spray here before they can draw cards. And now they have like, again, we are exactly the same as the last turn. They can really use the therapist. This therapist hasn't been that great. They probably have more like duress effects, but the problem is for that card you need to have like duress effects and creatures to sack, so it's kind of difficult being around. Okay, Valiant Rescuer is nice too. I think they probably want to just block, so I'm going to attack, see what they do. This is technically not lethal, but they might want to block it still. If they didn't attack, it's because they want to block, really. So, cast this and hold the go for blood. No, I want to cycle now in case I find a land. Because playing lands against the mass discard spell is so strong. Okay, so that's lethal. They need to find something for that. Okay, that's good with the cal therapist. And that's good too. I'll probably just flare them on upkeep, just in case. I have no clue what they could have, But just in case, I'll just do it on upkeep. Alright, against them, we need to have removal for the Dread Asylum Visitor. Rip Apart looks nice for that. It's a difficult card because we need to hold it for it to do something. But still. They can also kill like rack effects if they have. I have no clue if they have or not, but if they do, it's going to be good. Hmm. We'll also play like this, but it's difficult to cast. If you can't cast your spells on time, then you're going to have a rough time against them. So I'm even thinking of removing like a Pyromancer. It's good, but it dies to removal, and they have like, uh, and also we need to have like low drops in case we need them. Astrolabes are kind of annoying, but I think we need them in case they mana screw us somehow. Yeah, I think this is fine. You saw it there that they had a lot of removal, but they didn't have like, sorry, removal not. They have a lot of discard, but the problem with discard is that it doesn't impact the board. So you need to have payoffs like the Asylum Visitor for it to do anything. But they do here again, like that ritual into. Okay, that's fine. I can block that eventually. And also, if you go Dark Ritual into how's it called? Uh, into like this card, then you're going down cards. So actually, it's even. You're spending 2 cards for me to get 2 cards out. So it's not a great payoff. Um, I work fine on low amounts of resources. This card is very good against Zenith Flare basically, because you need to have a lot of things for it to do well, but you can eventually top deck it later. Okay, they discard the Valiant Rescuer, which is what I wanted to play, but that's fine. Here I think I'll just play the Healer. It's, wonky, it's not really that good, but it can put pressure and makes it so we can raise this Wanderer. I'm not going to block it, of course, it's not that good. And the user removal spell on that, so that's fine for me. Spell bomb, that's annoying, but I can accept it. Spark Spade doesn't exile, so I think I'm going to start with the Astrolabe. Forgotten Cave, yeah, let's settle this first. Okay, so now that you have 4 lands, I'm going to not play the cycling lands, use them as cantrips. And I can take a couple of hits more from this Wanderer. I want to have the spray in case they have like, the Visitor or something. Okay. You want to hit this? Probably not. I have ways of removing it for free and blocking it with tokens, so I have a couple of ways of dealing with that. I just need some more presence, like this, awesome, or this. I think I want to resolve this frame rate first. And I just passed now. I will cycle the land, and if they just go to tax, I will kill the Wanderer. I have a couple of ways of removing enchantments like with the Swarm. I don't know if they play it or not, but we'll see. And I'll use it aggressively because we have more cyclers in hand. And again, this is fine because we're not going down on cards for this, which is really important in this matchup. Saint Flare is not great when they have a Nihil spell bomb, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. We have like a 6-drop or something. It like very few lands, so seems kind of weird. Okay, they just cycle that first. Interesting. They have like a Delve spell maybe? Dread Fugue cleaved, so they discard probably the Rescuer, I would guess. Removing the Flare doesn't seem that great. Wow, that's weird. They might have like another discard spell or something because, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I like Dread Fugue, it's a nice card. Oh, yeah. Okay. And should I cycle now? Hit them for 2. If I find a land, that's good. I don't care about this thing, I don't think. Okay. If they play like a Cabal Therapist, I'm going to kill it, but I'll probably kill the Therapist in that case. It's just a 1-1 after all. It's a 13th turn clock, which is not that much, but you know how it is. Okay. Start with this. No, I'll kill it because I have another cycler. Okay. Should I play the fox in this stage? Let's see. I think I'll play the land and just pass. That gives us more mana for the lightning rift, which is very mana intensive actually. Okay. So I can play this, cycle this, pay. We'll see if they try to kill it, I'll let it die, but you know how it is. Holding up the lightning rifts mean that if they have a creature or something. Protection from White Bushido. That card is cool. I love it. It's like bad, but I love it. It's really nice, really cool. Samurai 2. Okay. Safer. It's not lethal. Like by a lot. So I'll just cycle now. Okay. So let's see. If I cycle now, this is 4 plus 2. That's not enough. I'll just hold it then, in case they have like discard or something. Like if they have a non-targeted discard, like Raven's Crime, Smallpox. Okay, Smallpox. So we discard the spray, we sacrifice this, and we have lethal. I can cycle first. Shoot them in the face. Shoot them in the face. So yeah, now we have lethal. Goodbye. Yep. Whatever. We have lethal now, so boom. I could also have cycle that makes more sense in case they have like a have no clue. Something that interacts with spells instead of abilities. Okay, that's death. It's really cool too. I love this deck. It's so it's nice. It's not good, but it's cool. So here they die, right? Because they lose life after the mischief resolves. Yeah, so that's death. Um, yeah, but that's cool. That could have gotten me. Uh, Whatever. Let's go to the next match. All right, match number 5, and we are against Bears and Bees, and we have a nice hand. I'm going to keep it. How do I want to sequence this? Probably just Fox. The thing is, if I go Fox Go, I don't have a turn to play. If I play the cave, I can do Lightning Rift or Rescuer next turn. I think I'll just play the Fox. We have like a lot of 1-mana settlers, so that's a bit better for me. If we don't, we still can do like turn 3 Rescuer with Cycle or something like that. Okay. In that case, do I want to go with the Fox plan? Or the thing is, if they play blue Delver, they have either bounce spells for the Fox or kill spells. So I prefer to resolve the Rift for sure. But playing another Fox makes a lot of sense since they need to have like 2 removal spells for them. And I can't play another thing. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's see, if they block, of course I cycle, but they won't block. And now I can play the Fox. This is the correct sequencing. Always you're offering a trade when you shouldn't. And this means that next turn we can do like Lightning Rift they tap out. And if they don't, we can just cycle, so it's difficult for them. Ponder. So they might be mono blue, I guess. Okay, so they're for sure holding counter spells. Okay, so I'm going to just cycle this. That means that we are using our mana efficiently on something. And here I will play the cave. I want to have 4 mana for our spells. So next turn we can play 2 spells. And this is a race we're winning currently, so they need to have something. Free bundle is annoying, but fine, understandable. So yeah, this is probably like a mono blue tempo. Let's see what they have here. If they tap out aggressively, even if they don't, we have two spells, so it's difficult for them to counter both. Yeah, they are attacking for sure. They don't know if they are going to be able to block, so trading, racing is correct, I think. Okay, so I played the land first, then played this rift. They need to counter this, otherwise we can just eat their dollar for free. Sure. Now we have another one. So next turn we can cycle bolt, shock here, grow our dorks. They can continue growing their bundle, but we can raise a bundle. Tempest Chin is a bit more annoying, but eventually if we find another cyclone now, actually, we can kill it. So if they have another land, we're actually dead. Okay, let's see. We can cycle this, not pay, use the same flare to hit here. We go to 9. We cycle, we bolt, we shock here. Have 3 mana. Wow, this is really annoying because we are at 7, so... Okay, so now we need to make a decision here, if we want to use the flare or not. If we find another cycler... Let's see, each cycler, if we do cycle, bolt, cycle shock, I have 5 lands. If I find another cycler, we can try to kill them, right? Like if we found a cycler on top of our deck, right? We are attacking for 8 plus 4, so that's 12. That could be an out. Like the option of just, shocking here and taking 6 in the air is not a good idea, because if they have either a cantrip or a land, they kill us. If I shock here and try to kill it, we're still facing this. And if I gain 2 here to kill this, we go to 9, and if we find a land, sorry, I'm thinking here. if they find a land and a cantrip, then they are hitting us for 8 only, right? 5 plus 3. So that might be actually fine. Like we just stuck with these two and see what they do. So this plays around more things. They surely don't. What? Do you really? In that case, I'm probably going to shoot it. And here, just shoot this. We probably have bounce. Yeah. Yeah, we die. That was maybe incorrect to shoot here or to shoot the second time. I should have shot the second time in the same gene. Ugh, annoying. Okay, so with that in mind, we prefer the shredded sails, since all of the creatures have fly, pyromancers, and rip aparts. And we remove probably with blessings. The sprays can kill a Delver turn 1, so they are useful. Probably some heaters. Uh, I think cutting one Sinister here makes sense, since they are going to have a lot of counter spells. And they might have like graveyard interaction for us too. Maybe like cut one of those and one Rip Apart. Rip Apart can only kill Delvers and Fairy Bundles, can't kill the Flyer. So probably we want like so. I don't mind the I don't mind having something that only kills Delvers, but you know, I wanted to do more too. Okay, so we have a nice hand here. I think I'm going to keep. We have our colors, and we have stuff to do. We have a couple of payoffs. If you do turn to Lightning Rift, they are going to be in a lot of trouble trying to counter that. And once it's in play, it's kind of difficult for them. They might have a spell pairs, but I don't think I'm going to play around it since we want to resolve other spells too. Now that's interesting. I think I'm going to play the Fox now. Beyond aggressive. On defensive, I mean. And I want to hold to the spray because it can be really good against them too. Okay, we can find another cycler. So what do we do here? I feel like just resolving the, or try to resolve the Pyromancer, and if it gets countered, that's fine. Like we play a land, we attack. Play the Pyromancer, eat a counter spell, that's fine, and then they're also not doing anything, so that's nice. Okay. Sometimes running your spells into counter spells is fine. Okay, so they probably had the Fairy Bundle in their hand, so I think we did right. And now we can play the Rift, and we have something. Can we cycle and go for blood? We can actually, but we can't resolve the Rift if we do that. So I think we just first attack. Now we can Rift plus Spray Shock. Like, go for Blood Shock. Let's just play this first. Now attack for 2. If they block, the creature is dead unless they have like Snapback or something weird. And we just cycle the spray and use it as a shock to their face, try to raise them. Thoughts Cower, interesting. They probably have like the Treasure Cruise, I would guess. If they play Thoughts Cower. Shackles. Okay. So they can tap 2 and control the Fox. So if we cycle, we get this to a 3, to a 4. We can also kill our own thing now if we want to. Or maybe we can, now we can't really trade with that. So yeah, just go to the face. I don't want to play the Pyromancer because they have this. So now they can control our fox, but at least we have something going on. They're at 8 too, so if we find like a land or something, sorry, cycling, we can do like Pyromancer cycle. Yeah, but on Shackles is really, really strong. Such a good card. I wanted to cycle there because if I find more cyclers, I can use that to make it go over the top of that. So now if we play the Pyromancer cycle, we have like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so we can do 3 and 2. We can like kill this. Or try to raise them. They can untap this, getting us back the Fox and getting the Pyromancer instead, which is annoying. Or I can just try to cycle Shock Shock. No, go for that. Yeah, I think I go for that instead. Just cycle, shock them again. Since they are at 8, this is like close to being lethal. If we find another cycler. We also have Zenith Flare that now is lethal, so we can try to hold that down. Okay, so yeah, just pass here. And I don't think they can kill us next turn, and next turn we can try to... Yeah, we can put them at 2 right now, just wait 1 second. Counter target spell, okay, that doesn't do much against us. So, I mean, yeah, it stops this in flare, but we still have lethal with the Fox. Sure. And that can be interacted with the drakes. Yeah. Now, this is the last game of the league. This is so important. Okay, so Rip Apart can kill the shackles too. So that makes it more appealing. We also have shredded sails, so that's fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Maybe the pyromancers are a bit clunky. I want to have another report. Because the pyromancers are awesome, but they only do 3, so they still don't kill the same things that Rip Apart doesn't kill. And it's vulnerable to shackles, and it's more easy to be countered. No, it has all those issues, so I agree with Apart in this matchup, I think. Since it has that functionality of being able to kill an artifact. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so we have turn 1 Fox into turn 2 Fox cycle. That's really aggressive start. Though we're on the draw, so that's annoying, but it's fine. I'm still not sure if Astrolabe is correct or not. I like it. I think it's really good, but it's difficult to have statistically have a statistic that show that it's the correct play. I have no clue. So they shuffle. They probably searching for land, I would guess. They also mulligan, right? Yeah, they mulligan to 5. Let's see what they have here. Okay, they play a Drake, which doesn't interact with the double fox play. They're going to be cheeky in attack, before cycling. If they block, that's rough, but... Okay, so I think I use the spray because they go for block and kill more things in this board. And also cyclists for red, so we can use our mana more efficiently there. Land is nice, so if they tap out, we can play the Pyromancer and start shooting them or their creatures. Okay, Tempted Chain is annoying. We can probably get away with attacking for free here, right? Okay, so... I think we just do this. If they block, we can try to find another cycling spell. Of course they don't. And now we can just play the Pyromancer. And next time we can do Astrolabe to bolt something and use the Rip Apart or something like that. We'll see. Maybe in their situation it was correct to try to block with the Djinn. It's like a losing proposition in this deck to do that, but sometimes you don't have another choice, right? So here we play the land first, and then we Rip Apart there, I think. I don't want to give them this Pyromancer. And I think I'll do this so I can go for blood later, maybe. No, go for blood is not being good if we don't cycle, and this is 2 damage for sure. So if they have a bounce spell, that's okay. We can use it to cycle. Okay, so this is 5. This is not lethal just yet. Start cycling and shooting them in the face. We have two cyclers for another shock, sorry, another bolt, so and shredded sails to kill these two, or just kill them right now. Uh, I don't think I'll cycle now, because if they have like vapor stack, they're probably going to use it. And I just upkeep double cycle. They can respond to this, so if they have vapor stack, they can use it. Okay, we won. So that was a 3-2, which is not great, but we have the like you need to take into account that this deck is not finely tuned. Like a lot of cards are like a mainstay and you can't really change them. But some of the like the stable is completely experimental. So far, I've been very impressed with whether Runestone does so much against some of the unfair decks. So probably we want to have more of this. Definitely Silence doesn't really work against Cascade, which is interesting because they have like a shardless agent, so it doesn't work. Orange Chant does work against that, so I'm probably going to go on that. I put Skyplan Berserker actually to for the Delver matchup, right? To have something that punishes them for casting non-creature spells. But that doesn't really work because it's expensive, you know. So I think I'm going to cut on this and play something else that works against that. Uh, I don't know if I want to like definitely against doesn't do anything against ponders and all that. They can just wait on that. But I want something that can, you know, punish them for doing that. But also we have like a reasonably good matchup since we have like pyromancers and lightning rings and shredded sails, all that. So probably it's not needed. Um, but yeah, really it was fine with the deck. I liked it. We didn't play against control, which is an interesting matchup. And yeah, we lost a couple of matchups that we probably could have won in most scenarios. So yeah, and overall the meta seems to be more or less okay. I've seen other metas that's like super degenerate and everyone's playing like this broken combo deck, which is not the case right now. So that's fine. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon. And yeah, see you guys next time.